So President Trump posts $175 million cash. He gets the insurance that he needed for that cash. Letitia James gets pissed off because Donald Trump posted that with cash. And now she wants to go after the company that insured Donald Trump. What's going on, folks and folk around my eyes? Welcome to the channel. I am Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man. I appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to visit this channel and watch my content. Make sure you follow me on all the platforms you see listed up there in the black and all the platforms you see listed down here in the black as well, all across there. Appreciate it if you would do that. One of the best things you guys can do for free is hit that like button so that this video can be circulated within the YouTube algorithm and so that my videos can continuously be recommended to you, the American people. All right, folks, so we got to get into this. They can't stand Donald Trump winning. They can't. They cannot. Y'all know that the appeal court handed a blow to Letitia James, who thought that she was going to get her hands on Donald Trump's property. You know Letitia James, the one who called Donald Trump too male, too pale, and too stale. Then I told you guys, Donald Trump can come back and hit her with the, she's too black, and too fat. Yes, he can do that. Well, she's even more pissed up. She's even more pissed off. I tried to say something else that I was reading right here and it got caught in my mind in case y'all didn't know that. Anyway, she's pissed off now. Why? Because Donald Trump can now say to her, Letitia James comes at me. I stood up. She tried to get my money. And guess what I did with that money? I put it up. And now she just won't shut the hell up. No, for anyway. Yes, she is mad, ladies and gentlemen. But before I give my 2 cents on this, check this out.
All right. Earlier in the week, former President Donald Trump posted the $175 million bond in his civil fraud trial, allowing him to appeal the insane judgment against him from a clearly biased judge, an attorney general fulfilling a campaign promise to get one man, one family, one organization. Now the AG of New York has apparently decided she's not happy with the payment. Oh, imagine that. She is officially taking exception to the bond and demanding that either Trump or the bond company prove that they will be able to pay it out when called upon. But the Trump organization says the bond is fully backed by cash, and AG James is just continuing what is a harassment campaign. Here with reaction is former Florida Attorney General Pam Bondi, Fox News legal analyst Greg Jarrett. Pam, let's get your take. Really, it's backed up by cash, is my understanding. So if they were to get the bond payment, it would be handed over in a day. Why is there a problem here?
There's not, Sean. This is completely contrived. I am convinced of this. Think about this. She filed this motion, and within 10 minutes, Judge Engoron gave a hearing date. Greg will tell you, in New York, in any jurisdiction, that does not happen. Her puppet, Judge Engoron, set this hearing date immediately. I believe this is Letitia James trying to stay in the news cycle because she's become irrelevant. And this case will get reversed. You know, the appellate court ordered a TRO, which is a stay in the case, which means there's a substantial likelihood that President Trump will be successful on the merits in this case. This case will get reversed, and yes, the bond was posted. She's just trying to stay relevant right now.
All right, let's get your take, Greg Jarrett. And also, I saw your column writing about how the judge should be conflicted out in the Alvin Bragg case. If you can explain that as well.
Well, this is another example of vindictive and abusive behavior by Letitia James. Trump paid all cash. You're right, Sean, for the $175 million bond. It's fully collateralized. It's a valid bond. James, who got spanked by the appellate court, is now trying an end run to disqualify the surety company, claiming it's not a standard carrier in New York. Well, I got news for her. That's not required because this is an excess carrier. As long as it has sufficient capital, and it does, over $1 billion in equity, then it's approved to issue Trump's bond. Pam's right. The truth is, James got humiliated by the higher court. She's desperate to stop Trump's appeal. She knows she's going to lose. She doesn't care about the law, only about fulfilling her campaign vow to nail Trump by hook or by crook. And as for the other case, Judge Merchant in the Alvin Bragg hush money case, he should recuse himself. First of all, his gag order is an unconstitutional prior restraint on free speech, and he's conflicted out. As reported, his daughter has a financial interest in the outcome of her dad's case because she and her client, she runs a firm that raises money for politicians, has made out to the tune of some $93 million, according to the New York Post, by promoting and soliciting money by citing her father's case. That's a violation of judicial ethics. It demands recusal by the judge.
And by the way, representing people like Adam Schiff, let's get your take on that. Pam, should the judge be conflicted out here?
Absolutely, Sean. His daughter has been in the news, and then he puts a gag order on the president saying that he can't talk about this. That's his First Amendment right, his right to defend himself publicly about these allegations. I think that's one of the most egregious things, frankly, that's happened in this case. He absolutely needs to recuse himself. No doubt in my mind.
But
he
Pam,
won't.
this is not our first rodeo. We saw it with Manafort and Roger Stone. They couldn't even use social media to proclaim their innocence. You know, and if they did open their mouth, they were told very clearly they'd be sent right to jail. Don't pass go, go straight to jail.
You know,
and that's what they
no
want to do. They want to put Donald
Amendment.
Trump in jail.
Yeah, Pam, let Pam go.
There's no exemption in the First Amendment that protects judges or their adult children who are fundraising off their father, the judge's case. Almost all of these gag orders are unconstitutional. The trouble is, by the time a defendant seeks an appeal successfully, the case is over. The trial has been had. So judges do it with impunity, even though they shouldn't.
I agree. I would think this is an issue at some point I'd like to see the Supreme Court, Pam Bondi, weigh in on.
Yeah, and you know, Judge Engoron got away with it, if you recall, saying, you can't talk about my clerk. President Trump can say whatever he wants to about the clerk, but of course he had to abide by the gag order, and now this judge is following suit about his daughter. The president has a right to defend himself. He is the leading candidate for the next American presidency, and he has the right to defend himself. It's his First Amendment right, and there's nothing more they would want than to see him in jail.
All right.
It's unbelievable.
Let me ask both of you this. Do you, of the cases that are brought against President Trump, the Bragg case, the D.C. case, the Fulton County, Georgia case, the Florida case, how many of them will be tried before Election Day in 213 days? What's your best guess? About 20 seconds each. Greg.
Well, it looks like the only one that we're going to get to anytime soon is the Alvin Bragg case, which is supposed to happen in a week. The judge won't recuse himself. He should. I don't think there's enough time to get him removed through an order by the higher court. You know, and this is the weakest of all cases, but you've got a New York jury that hates Trump and a biased judge.
Your take, Pam.
Yeah, the same. The other cases will get continued. The other ones are on appeal. The Alvin Bragg case most likely will go. And, you know, people need to remember, he has to be sitting in that courtroom. He can't be on the campaign trail if that goes to trial. So they're going to try to appeal it, but I'm scared it's going to go to trial. But you know what? Americans see this for what it is. It's the ultimate weaponization. They're keeping Donald Trump sitting in a courtroom, basically gagged, where he can't campaign. But everyone is seeing that this is lawfare. They are attacking him, trying to keep him from the presidency. And I think his poll numbers are going to go up and up the more they do this to him, Sean.
All right, so you see all that, right? Now, all of a sudden, Donald Trump has the cash that he needed to post, gets the insurance, And now she wants to question the integrity of the insurance company. Are they this? Are they that? And here's the great thing about what y'all just heard in the video. They don't have to prove anything. They are legit. And like they said, they have over $1 billion in equity. So yes, they can insure Donald Trump $175 million. It is a blow to her. She's trying to do everything she can to keep herself relevant in this particular case. Because Donald Trump did it, get it out the way. Now we're going to let this thing go on. In my opinion, I think that he is going to win. I think he is going to beat this because it was a sham right from the beginning. Any real judge or any real court that actually got a brain will look at this and see that it was exactly what it is. It's a witch hunt. And although y'all might not be able to say that this is election interference, it's election interference. When you doing everything you can against your political opponent to keep them from campaigning, raising funds, going out, doing what they need to do, you are, in some shape, form, or fashion, having election interference. Plain and simple. But my thing was this. I would say if Joe Biden was able to do what he did from the basement, then surely them keeping Trump from campaigning and going around and doing his thing would absolutely help him as well. I'm just being real. One thing I will want to see happen, ladies and gentlemen, I'm ready for these debates. That's what I'm ready for. I want to see these debates. And you know it's going to be good. You know the reason why they're avoiding. They can do all the showing Joe Biden off to the side. Trump, what's the danger? Well, he got to make sure he take care of his affairs first before he perhaps tries to shoot the press. Yeah, right. Let's see it happen. It's not going to happen, y'all. It's not going to happen until it gets closer to the election. Y'all know that. And the reason why it's not going to happen is because they can't have Joe Biden looking bad. They can't have him going off the rails like he did on Jimmy Kimmel's show. They can't have him going off the rails about stuff at all. They just can't have that. And also, they got to keep this window open for any more indictments they want to throw on Donald Trump. I mean, my God, I think Donald Trump might be in the books one day as being the most indicted person, period. Do y'all know anybody, any criminal out there that got more indictments than Trump? Any more pending charges against him than Trump? Man, you heard him say that he had more than Al Capone. That's crazy. Anyway, you guys all heard that, and I want to know what your thoughts is on this. Letitia James, give it up. Stop. It's just like Fonnie Willis. Nobody knew who you guys were until y'all put your name on going out there and trying to get Trump. Nobody knew who you were. And guess what? In about a good year's time, nobody's going to know who y'all are. Fonnie, whatever, you might kind of stay a little relevant because I'm told, and y'all seen the video I did earlier, like at 1 a.m. in the morning, you might be going to jail. So you might stay relevant just a little bit only because now you went from being, prosecutor turned defendant. Yeah, but we'll see with all that. Anyway, let me know what your thoughts are on this with Letitia James, fat, whack, and black. Let me know what y'all thoughts is on this and leave it in the comments below after this video. Hit that like button right there so that this video can be circulated within the YouTube algorithm. And like I said, it does help YouTube to continuously recommend my videos to you. If you guys all have a cell phone, right? If you have a cell phone, you got a contact list to this cell phone, get into it. Let one person know about this channel. Encourage them to subscribe to this channel. And those of you that have Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, whatever, DM somebody that you know would love this channel and have them subscribe to it after checking it out, all right? Let's see what y'all got to say on this one. I am Ty Smith, model Renaissance man, hoping and praying that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, I pray every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.